role in developing the ICT strategy for digital in the Jamaican market. Help me in welcoming Ryan Collins. And he has 3 beautiful children. They are the cutest ever. He didn't write that. That was me. I know that. And we have Alison Damas. Alison is the founder and chief executive officer of Media Insight, an entrepreneur and attorney at law. She's a former chairman of the National Carnival Commission of Trinidad and Tobago. During her 2-year term as the NCC chairman, the expenditure for Carnival 2014 decreased by $71 million, 30% less than Carnival 2013. So you know she knows how to cut the fat. Damas has over 12 years experience monitoring media content, starting with music during her tenure as chief executive officer of the Copyright Music Organization of Trinidad and Tobago, when she pioneered the introduction of digital tracking of music on radio. Over the last 7 years, her focus has been on tracking other media content, such as advertisements, news, public relations campaigns, and social media mentions. Welcome, Alison.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to once again start on the outer corner. So, Inshan, I'd like for you to start with just giving us a sort of 1-minute introduction on your perspective of the idea. So, how do you develop an entrepreneurial idea? How do you determine what the need is? As we talked with Dr. Farrell, how do you identify that gap?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with professionals in the sport field. And I just wanted to mention that less than 4% of the GDP in Trinidad and Tobago is produced by sports and the creative sector. So the potential for growth in this sector is enormous. Ideas come from 2 positions. I think Sadville and some of the other commentators spoke about it. You can just come up with something. There's something that sparks your interest. Or you can look at a market-driven idea. A market-driven idea means that you're very good at problem seeing. It's a skill that a lot of entrepreneurs have. You go into a situation and you recognize in this room there are probably 5 problems that exist. If I can solve that problem, maybe there's an idea that I can commercialize at some point that can be implemented. So the thing is that you all have a very, very unique perspective being sports professionals. And you can see something that nobody else can because you are in the sport, whether you're in the administration part of it or the sports professional. And that is really where you need to data mine and look at that and see where there are problems that you can actually turn into a commercial venture.
You know, I think Trinity is by nature. But can you hear me in the back?
Yeah.
Yes, I think Trinity is by nature can find fault with anything. You have to now turn that into a business opportunity. Look at the things that you are finding faults with and determining how you can fix it and how you can make money from getting it fixed. All right, so now we'll ask Alison to give us her 1-minute perspective on the issue of how you come up with the idea.
Well, I can only really talk from my own experience. So I was at COT and I was charged with the responsibility of finding a solution for tracking music that was played on air in order that our members could get royalties. So, you know, I therefore looked and saw what was happening globally, made alliances, as Dr. Farrell said, with an American-based entity, and I started tracking user content. And then towards the end of my tenure at COT, I was deciding, okay, what am I going to do next? Am I go back into private practice, be an entertainment lawyer like Carla Paris? No, had enough of that. I really liked being in management, but I didn't like to have to report to a board. So I said, listen, I'm going to start my own business. So I said, okay, digital tracking of media content. I worked a lot with broadcasters. I convinced them to pay royalties, which they didn't like to do. I also worked, of course, with advertising agencies, and I said, I can provide tracking of advertisements. I can provide competitive intelligence information to media houses because, for example, Flo will want to know how much is Digicel or B-Mobile spending, how much, where they're placing their ads. And so I came up with the idea to start a media monitoring company in the Caribbean.
Excellent, thank you so much. Thank Thank you so much. All right. Okay, we're having no end of. This is a problem. If you have a solution today with the sound system, I can keep this one. This is going to work. All right. Okay, so we'll next ask Brian to share with us his 1 minute perspective.
Sure. So for this particular thing, I did a lot of research on entrepreneurship, and I suppose for me, I see it it's three distinct parts. There's the inventor part, there's the entrepreneurial part, and then there's sort of the visionary part, which you get into the cycle of the business actually coming to fruition. So if we look at the sort of the invention part, you can either change a process or be a disruptor to the market. You can devise a product or devise a service. And I think if you try to focus on what you think under those particular three headings, the particular area or expertise that actually best fits that. And as they say, every journey starts with the first step. And I think once you have that and you have a clear vision of what you want to do, then you need to start, I think, engaging, I think, fellow professionals. I think, getting heavy mentorship is also going to be vital as well. So I think, once you have that nugget, I think surrounding yourself with an ecosystem of professionals that can sort of help you and pick holes and in your idea and really test to see, because at the end of the day, you are the salesperson to either the angel investor or someone who's looking for funding. You are the person that is selling the product or service. You are the one that they have to believe in. So you have to show passion, commitment, foresight, and I think once you have really put a lot of thought into that original thing, what is the idea? How do I get it from innovation, entrepreneurship, to sort of that visionary piece, and sell that story, because you're selling yourself. People invest in that vision and that passion. The product has to work. Three-legged pantyhose will not sell. No one's 23 yet, but you have to sell that. And I think, getting professional help around how you can do that. And mentorship is one thing. And I think, I can't remember who said it. Andrea said it, like, people really do want to help. And you would be really surprised the amount of CEOs and people in senior positions that would gladly give of their time because they see something that they can either help or give back for their own personal or professional betterment, and hopefully for the wider society.
And that's why Brian is here now, because we called Brian and we said, Brian, can you please come and share with us today? And he said, okay. And he had a number of other things doing as he prepares to leave, and 3 children. But he said, okay, and is here with us today out of the kindness and givingness of his heart. So, Brian, you would have seen a lot of ideas pitched to you that you would have needed to consider or determine whether or not you would invest in. What were some of the sort of the key components of the better ideas?
I think for me, one of the things you need to know is you need to know who you're selling to, right? So if the CEO, I'm an accountant, nothing wrong with accountants. Accountants are going to focus on certain aspects of your plan and of your vision. They're going to focus on the numbers, the return, how much investment do I need up front, what do I need to take the business plan through to profitability. Because an entrepreneur, there's not too many entrepreneurs not making money. Okay, they're bankrupt. People at the end of the day have to make money. So I think knowing your audience and who you're pitching to, and not having one pitch. I think you need to have multiple pitches and multiple angles depending on who you're actually selling to. If it's a marketing-driven person or sales a person that you're selling to your product and your service to, and you as an individual, you need to tailor your service to what you want. And if there's multiple people in the room, you actually need to do that at real time, where you actually tailor your answers and your responses to not necessarily tell them what they want to hear, but talk in a language that they feel comfortable and can understand. Because once you build up that empathy with somebody, you then get that person. And once that person starts to give you feedback, you know they started to buy into your idea. If they're crossed-armed and sort of going, it's just not working. But if they're actually starting to give you the feedback at the point at which you're talking, you know you have someone at least captive. And I think that's a hugely significant thing for me. I've seen people come in with great ideas that just was awfully presented. And I think you may be a one-man band, but to do it professionally, you have to show that you really thought this through and presented yourself to look good, talk the part, and make sure that you pitch the right way.
That's an excellent point, Brian. Alison, your sort of start point to coming up with the idea was pretty simple because you identified a gap in the market. But to Brian's point about how you sell that idea to people, you would have had to speak to a number of different audiences. You talked about the media companies as well as convincing people to spend money that they didn't want to spend, that prior didn't have to spend. So talk us through that process of that sales process.
If you're going to think out of the box and you're going to have a unique product, coming out of your experience as sports professionals, you know your market, you know who you have to target. And in fact, you'll find that perhaps rather than engaging salespeople, you are your best salesperson. You own the company, the business, you have the passion, you have the vision, and therefore you can translate your message best. I employed salespeople, and at the end of the day, I said, listen, I'm paying out so much in commission, but very often that sales arose as a result of my connection, of my relationship. So why am I bothering to hire people to do sales? Let me just do it yourself. Also, I think it's critical. Yes, you have to, if you are entering a niche aspect, let's say of sports, you definitely have to engage professionals. I was very fortunate in that Andrea Rushford, I consulted with her, and she basically helped me to, get the whole database, and so I'm really appreciative to Andrea. So you have to know your market, and you have to know how to reach them, how to sell them, and if it's a novel or really creative or innovative product or service that you're selling, there's going to be